We are now about to do Splash or Trash. We got Dr. Pierce coming up in the 338 segment. But first, some of the free agents that have come to Detroit over the span of the last 30 or 40 years or so, were they Splash or were they Trash?
Trash.
Do we have the actual
back wall?
Yep.
The back wall. There you go.
Do we have the graphic?
I have the Splash or Trash
That's
graphic.
what I'm talking about.
Yep.
What does it look? Show us the Splash, if you could, Pete. Splash. Oh man, I'm gonna say that joke for when we're off air.
Yeah,
and
cool and refreshing.
Wow, it looks like that asteroid in
Is that
Thor
Neil?
Ragnarok.
Is that Neil?
I think that's Neil Rule in the background.
It is.
I'm not quite sure.
Oh wow.
It's like Neil Rule just climbed Mount Everest of
Did
trash.
they put the
if
Red
you
Wings
will.
jersey in there? That trash?
No, that's
For
just a red
Prime?
coat.
Oh, okay.
They've been losing ever
Yeah,
since
they haven't won
put
a
that
damn
thing
game
on.
since that
The
damn
waste
thing.
management. All right, here
Look at
we
those
go.
free agents behind you, first of all. Those are six beauties right there.
Yeah, this is a great job by Ryan Lynch in the back. I mean, you're talking about Chauncey Billups. Like these, I don't think. I'll wait because two up there, I think I'm interested to get T. Foss's opinion on because I got a feeling he's gonna go a certain way. But yeah, Chauncey, Golden, Pudge, and Chris. I don't think
That can't be Chris Osgood. He wasn't a free agent.
Technically, he came back in 2000, 2005,
That is
2006.
true.
so
I
he
thought it was
a free
Dominic
agent.
Hasek, maybe.
He came back too.
All right.
See, I'm sneaky. I'm sneaky with the knowledge,
Okay.
man. Sneaky with the
Okay.
knowledge. So since he's on the board already, let's start with the guys up there. Chauncey Billups, Tom Mazaway,
God.
was he Splash?
Oh,
T. Foss, was he Splash or
Come on,
was he exactly?
he's one of the
100%.
greatest Pistons of all time. That's a big splash
Th-
for
this is-
Mr. Big Shot.
This is true. 100% he was. In fact, we can just say everybody up there was, but except two. Now those are two I want to ask you, T. Foss. Prince Fielder, was he Splash or was he Trash?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's why I asked you.
The team was bad, and he had his little neck injury. He didn't do enough for me. I
Yeah.
thought he was going to hit more home runs. I thought he was going to hit.
He didn't make the All-Star game when he was there, I don't think.
No, I'm going to say trash.
Tom Mazaway, Prince Fielder, and you.
That's a toughie. Like it's a toughie. I think it's still splash. They didn't win a World Series with him, but they didn't win a World Series with the team they had. I didn't like how he went out when he says, "I got kids, man." You know, when they were asking him,
Yeah,
don't you
that
care
right
more?
there's a
I got
turn-off.
kids, man. In other words, I got kids. Why should I give a damn about this game? That wasn't a good way for him to go out. But I thought it was good to have him here, to tell you the truth.
I just wish the relationship was tight, like with he and Cecil. It's crazy
Yeah.
too, because the most home runs Prince hit when he was here was 42.
Yeah.
The most home runs that Cecil hit when he was here was 42. Thought that was
Pretty cool.
I know, pretty cool.
I said this. It was fun having him here.
I got a
like
Prince
that. He
Fielder
played well.
T-shirt though.
I like that one.
They just didn't win.
I agree with that. I like that. It was fun having him here. Him and
But
Miggy,
he sorta got
both
fat.
being kind of like heavyweight hitters. I
Yeah.
thought their
Smash
relationship
Bros.
was cool.
It was fun to have him.
Like the Big Bash brothers. I like that. Antonio McDyess. He's underneath
McDiggity
Prince.
diggity.
I
Like-
love Dice.
Man, McDyess was my guy, man. You can get a splash for me, man. Antonio McDyess, even when he was back in Denver. But I think what he did for the Pistons, I mean, it's not his fault that Rasheed didn't want to check Robert
Right.
Warrior in the corner. I mean, he would have got himself a ring too.
No, McDyess was a blue collar guy.
Yeah.
Wasn't the greatest player in the world, but he hustled.
I thought he was very good.
And then what was the
He
little
was.
thing? The little thing, diggity McDyess or whatever.
McDiggity
Mason
diggity
was saying
dice.
Oh,
about
yeah,
him.
diggity dice.
You know the lasting impression for Antonio McDyess for me is when they lost to the Spurs, and he was the last guy sitting on the bench with his towel over his head because he knew that was his last chance to win an NBA championship.
That was last
and
season.
that broke my heart.
I think he played one season after that, and I think they lost to the Heat.
He knew it was
the
over.
next year.
It was over.
Yeah, my heart wasn't broken, but
My sports heart was
he's
broke.
a guy that cared.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
It was real. He was
Great teammate.
Darn good pickup. Here's one for you. Here's another Pistons guy, University of Michigan guy, not on this board, but he's on my list. Terry Mills. Terry Mills, one of the first. Terry Mills, one of the first stretch forwards, if you will. And remember his last two seasons, he shot over 40% from the three-point line, and he was actually taking 7.5 attempts in the 95 and 96 season with the teal jerseys, if you will. T. Mills, they didn't win any playoff games, but what were you? Was that a splash or was that a trash?
T. Mills is one of the greatest guys
Yeah, he is.
ever. And he had a cute little laugh. But damn, that's another tough one.
Yeah. See,
toughie.
I put some good ones in here.
You did. Because he hit his threes. He was 3 mils and stuff. Couldn't defend anybody.
Then he started winning 3 bills. He became 3 bills.
Yeah, he was 3 bills at the end.
Any chubby guy on the court, I got to root for. So I like Terry Mills. He was a Michigan guy.
He's a Michigan guy.
Good guy.
100%.
When I called him up, he'd come on the show once in a while. So yeah, I'm gonna say that's a splash.
Plus, I remember the record. What was the record he made? Was it? It was 13 games in a row with 5 or more threes, or 4 or more threes. Because obviously the stuff Steph is doing now is nuts, so it blows it out the water.
Of course.
But it was like 13 games in a row. I think he had 4 or more threes made in the game. I can't remember what. We gotta look it up.
I think the actual thing, what player made 4 or more threes in 5 consecutive games when he couldn't see his feet because of his belly? I think that was the record right there.
Shut up. I'm over here listening serious too, and then I'm like, I had to look up like, man, this dude. All right,
Look it up.
I'm not messing with you. Here's an old school one for you guys. This is an old school one for you guys. M.L. Carr, Celtics, 2 championships.
Can I go first?
Yeah, 100%.
I hate his guts.
Whoa! I forgot he's Celtics.
Wow. All right, man.
I forgot he's a Celtics.
Tell him how you feel.
I hate his guts.
Talk about.
I hate that whole
M.L. Carr?
Celtic team. I hate how I
You
hate
just
them
hate
all.
Bastion.
I hate them. ML Carr, I can't stand him.
M.L. Carr was a career role player, but when he came to Pistons, he averaged 18.7 and kind of stepped out of shell a little bit. What say you, T. Foss?
I don't like him either, man. I can't give him a splash. I don't care if
The
he
hell with
averages
him.
30 points a game.
Trash
him.
Trash him.
M.L. Carr, excuse me.
KG, you know him?
Golden Tate, we already know that's going to be a splash. No reason to say that. 4 years in a row, he had 90 catches and 1,000 or more yards. He was definitely really good here.
And he was a little fella, and you couldn't tackle him.
So I played on the same team as him in Seattle. And they could not tackle that joker, man. The same thing you guys saw here in Detroit. Like he was. It's funny because he weighs more than you think. So he's like this compact dude that's like 5'9" and a half.
Great slot receiver.
But a strong 215. Like he'll bounce. He'll bounce off you. I remember he hit Sean Lee, linebacker for the Cowboys. This is when they had first outlawed the crackback by the wide receiver.
Oh, yeah.
So the wide receivers could no longer crack back. This was 2012. Sean Lee, we were playing in Seattle, and he was pursuing Marshawn Lynch, and Golden was on the sideline. He came all the way in. Sean Lee was never the same after that, and then he had the concussions after that. He stopped playing shortly after that, but my God, he leveled him. Here's a blast from the past, and he just got let go as the coach of the Detroit Lions. Dre Blige. Ooh. DB pickup from St. Louis Rams, greatest show on turf. He comes here, he makes 2 Pro Bowls. I think he plays 4 seasons. Yeah. Splash or trash?
He's a splash.
He's a splash?
He's a splash for a bad Lions team.
Yeah.
That was fun. When he was here, that was cool. I liked having Dre Blige here. I wish it would have worked out coaching-wise with him. Good dude, good friend of yours, friend of the shows. Didn't work out coaching. Maybe it will with another team. But when he was here, it was cool to have Dre Blige here.
Yeah, Dre
he did his job the best he could. Because there's no such thing as a shutdown corner in the National Football
Especially with
League.
no defensive line.
Right. But I thought he played as well as he could at the corner position. So I'm going to say splash.
No, he's my dude, man. He's like come down to Ann Arbor, pick us up, take us out downtown on Woodward, Club Blue. This when Blue first opened up back in the day. That was my dude. Plus, he was the coldest looking DB in the league. Like he had the long socks, he had the 3 wristbands right here. And he was one of the first guys to get a Jordan deal. So, he was one of the first NFL guys to get a Jordan deal, so he had the Jordan cleats way in advance.
Side note for Dre Blige.
Side note.
I happened to be I'm going to pat myself on the back. I was the Lions PA announcer at that time.
He was. I heard him PA announce, too.
I was PA announcer for the Lions, and the last guy we would always have on the field would be Dre Blige, and I gave him the North Carolina treatment. I gave him the Michael Jordan treatment. And number 32 from North Carolina.
Okay,
Dre Blige. Remember we had him on and I mentioned it?
Yeah,
he remembered that.
He did.
He remembered that.
I know that's your guy. But didn't Dre Blige look a little bit like Deputy Dog?
Where do you come up with this stuff?
What he does? He looks like Deputy Dog.
No comment. No comment.
Deputy Dog.
Let's get here's another Lions player, and then we'll get to some other sports. Stephen Tulloch from the Tennessee Titans, Mr. Celebrating Term ACL.
Oh, Tully.
Tully, each of his 4 seasons here, though, he led the team in tackles. What say you, splash or trash, Stephen Tulloch?
He splashed.
He splashed.
He was great here, and then he went and did the dance against the Packers. He jumped up and down, and out he went.
He did the Martin Grammatically.
He did. He did the Martin Grammatica.
I'm going to say trash.
Huh?
Who cares if somebody makes a tackle after the runner back gets 9-10 yards? Big deal.
I mean, you got a point.
You don't like Tully?
No, I like him, but I didn't think he made that big of an impact here.
I like it because T-Falls keeps you on point. He keeps you on point. He's like, look, because I get caught up in the numbers sometimes. Like, he had 4 years over 100 tackles. He's like, they didn't win nothing. He ain't doing anything. And then he's getting celebrating 9 yards down the field. He's my guy, so I'm going to go splash. J.D. Martinez, I know that's an easy one. That's one of the ones I put on the board. J.D. Martinez for you, Maz. He was a part of when the Tigers were the best team in the MLB.
Yep.
They just couldn't win the World Series.
They made him. J.D. Martinez became a great player when he came to Detroit. Dave Dombrowski fished him out of Houston, where he was just struggling, just doing little things here and there. Never a big-time player. Came here, blossomed, became a great player, went as a free agent, and out he went. One of the great hitters in the last 10 years in baseball. He's still out there and still waiting for a team to sign him. For all I think he's still out there.
Yeah, he is. Maz is trying to bring him back.
I would love to see him back here
as a coach
in Detroit to finish his career.
as a hitting coach.
hitter.
No, he can still hit.
Yeah, he's still solid, but
He's
they
still-
not signing him.
Yeah, I'm not signing. Yeah, not like. I mean, yeah, I'm trying to have a relic of what that 2013 that era was. Maybe not. I don't know. Cecil Fielder. He came here as a free agent. I want to say from was it the Yankees or was it Boston Red Sox? It's one of the two.
I thought he was from
Toronto
Japan.
Blue Jays.
Toronto Blue
Toronto.
Jays.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Toronto Blue Jays. Cecil Fielder. Since we did Prince Fielder, what say you?
I say splash because nobody. I mean, he had the back-to-back 50 home run seasons. He got a little chubby too, but
Little or
chubby.
lot?
He became a fatty. All right.
You can always
But
tell when he
could
was in trouble
still-
gambling wise because
He
he
can
little
hit that
thin, get a
ball
little
over the
thin.
roof. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Cecil
say
was fun to
splash.
have here. What are you kidding?
Cecil was
It was great to have here.
It was a no
He'll
concept.
forever be known as a Detroit Tiger.
Here's one for you. Mel Gray. Mel Gray, special teams, a punt returner, kick returner. What say you?
Splash. Mel Gray could take it back to the house.
Still one of the
anytime.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he received a kick, you stopped breathing because you didn't know what was
Yeah.
going to happen.
Yeah,
Because
he
this
did.
dude was electric. And, and the Lions were trash then, but they should have taken better advantage of the field position that he gave them. So definitely
They
a
stayed
splash.
around the 34, 30, somewhere between 34 and 37. I love Mel Gray.
I'll throw one out at you. Javi Baez.
You already know what you. Thank you. Thank you.
That's
Oh
just
my
that's
God.
automatic.
Hey,
What happened? What happened?
He's not trash.
He's always been that player.
He's garbage.
Man, hold on, you gotta say it. Garbosa.
Garbosa.
Here's that Garbosa.
That's what he is.
Oh my God.
Look, man, and you hate to talk about people like this, but we're only talking about context of them doing their jobs. Like
I really thought he was going to bounce back this year. I believed.
every year is like we're
I
waiting for him
don't
to
think he has a
bounce
hit
back.
yet.
He hasn't had a hit since the Cubs when they won the World Series. It's the last time that Joker had a hit, man. My God,
He's still magical on the field when he can get the ball to first base, but he can stop any ball getting by him at
defensively.
short.
He's still legit.
I know if he could throw to first base without a bounce.
Well, yes and no.
He
If
lost
you-
the game last year, and that
if
was the
you-
worst
he
play
had a
I
lot
ever
of
seen.
errors.
Dude,
too.
if you hit
Yeah.
it straight to him, he's an awful fielder. But if he has to make some spectacular play
Right.
where he has to throw it behind
Extend
his
the
ear,
arm.
Yeah.
then he's great.
I think they're going to cut him.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
They're going to have to eat that $140 million.
Mickey money.
Don't
That's
cut
like,
it.
that's like Juan Gonzalez,
It's the Mickey
man.
money.
That was another one I was going to bring up. Juan
Juan
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez.
Oh, thank God he didn't sign that contract. Do you remember, Terry, when they laid that contract
Yeah,
out to
it was
him?
like 160.
It was a lot of money back
Yeah.
then, the most.
I thought it was 142 over 7.
I don't know what the hell it was, but it was a lot of money.
It was.
And he decided, let me think about it. No, thank God. He
Because
said
he only
no.
did 1 year here, correct?
Yeah.
He did one
I tell you
season.
what I hated about Juan Gonzalez. Every time he walked into the locker room, it's just media. Only baseball questions. Only baseball questions. Leave me alone. I'm gonna ask this dude whatever I want. But then he had an entourage around him, so you really couldn't get to him. And then he conveniently couldn't speak English at that time, at that moment. And
So
I just couldn't stand him.
So what I heard about that was the Juan Gonzalez moves because they were opening Comerica Park. You had to have a superstar. That's why they went and got Juan
Yeah.
Gonzalez. All right.
By the way, El Mago, I found out, Dan Wood said he has an RBI this year. So he's an RBI machine so far.
Juan Gonzalez?
No, El Mago.
But how many strikeouts?
I thought he was
I
retired.
think he's got 14 strikeouts and 14 appearances.
For all my radio-